Do you take selfies? Do you use your Instagram account and flash up what's happening in your life that way? Well, today I'm showing you a selfie, a bit of a difference. I'm here with Scrapper Sketch Creative Team, and it's Kathy P playing along, and I'm using sketch number 192 of Lisa's amazing sketches over on her Facebook group. Today I'm using this photo. It's of my daughter at her wedding. We were getting her dressed and we took a selfie with a difference. Each of us held up our cameras and captured a different part of her, and the whole photo put together creates a recap of her. So it was a selfie with a difference, and I love that photo. I wanted that one done, so I'm keeping this page. She has a whole album and a half full of photos, and there's still thousands to go. So this one I'm keeping for myself, and this sketch was perfect for it. So I've collected some papers in black and white because I really wanted to hone in on the photo, and I'm using one of my papers from my 100 patterned paper challenge pack, and it is the purple one there. It's a Tim Holtz. It's on the back of one of his papers, and I like the distressing on it. It's just perfect for this layout. Now Lisa has arrows down the side, and I decided I wanted to do something different to show that just because there is an element on a page sketch doesn't mean that is the element you have to have. You can just adapt and modify, and normally I will do exactly what is on the sketch, but I also like the idea of changing it out a bit. So today I'm going to use film strips instead of the arrows, and I think that ties in perfectly with the theme of the photo, because we were taking photos and we were being silly with our cameras, so it was a sort of an Instagram moment. So I am mixing up the lengths of my film strips here, and I'm putting them in a balanced cascade down the page. Now as I look at it, I think there's some more that could go in there, and later on you'll see I'll go and find some washi and put that in there as well. Now I'm going to match my photo exactly, and then I'm also going to use this camera piece here as the top and bottom pieces that you saw in the sketch. I'm going to trim down this paper here to give me my two panels. One I'm turning it over and using the white, and one I'm keeping the hearts, and that brings in that border that you saw that I cut with the 1 inch. And that is why you gut your papers, because you can extend your stash. Now I've just matted my photo, but to make all of the papers fit in with that background paper, I am going to distress them here with my Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Cord Scorched Timber, and that's going to bring in that smoky element that you see on the purple in the background already. So I'm just trimming it to the size, wanting it the way I want it to be, and I'm just using my distress tool here to just brush it up a little bit. So that's coming along beautifully. I'm liking all of the black and white on this layout with that splash of purple behind. Now, as I said, this was my daughter's wedding. She got married back in 2023. Oh, I'm so behind, but that's okay. I have done an album and a half for her. As I said, there were over 3,000 photos taken. That's what happens when you have a scrapbooker be your photographer. There are no bad photos. They are all fantastic. They capture every moment brilliantly, and that is the brilliance of using a friend who is a scrapbooker to be your photographer. So I've just turned it over. As you can see here, that's the back of that Tim Holtz paper. It has all the bottle tops on it. It's from a pad. I'm not sure of the name of it, but it was in my 100 patterned paper stash. So that's one down, 99 to go. And I really liked the color for the background because it picked up the purples that are in the photo. So I have the 1 inch frame. I'm making sure that it's balanced all the way around. I then have this strip here which is going to go over to the right hand side, which Lisa has on hers. It's going in under the photo. I then am going to put in the next strip here which drags out behind the photo, and I really do like this paper blocking. This is what they call as paper blocking, and we're layering it up with lots of different papers to add interest to the layout. I'm then using these 2 strips to top and bottom the photo, so I'm just going to place it in so that it sits there. Now you only get a hint of the camera of this, I admit, but that's okay. I like that it's in there and it's a contrast to the photo. Just putting that in, just distressing the edges a little bit more because I had to reduce it just by 1/2 inch, and that's going to slide in under the photo. Now my photo is a 6x6. It's slightly larger than what is on the sketch, and that's okay, showing that you can adapt and modify to suit yourself. It's really important that you remember sketches are just a jump off point. They're where you start, and how you take them or what you do with them is up to you, but it's always good to have a guide in the start when you're unsure of where to get going. So I'm layering in these film strips now. They are like the arrows going across that left hand side for that vertical drop, and I'm doing the different lengths to add that interest into there as well. And you can see that I've got 2 that I've changed up, and I am now hanging over the edge, and I'll trim those up very shortly. So I went off screen and I trimmed them up, and as I said, I went and found washi tape, and that's got cameras all over it, so I've just added those into that cascade, and that's now given it the 7 that is equivalent to the sketch. And I just like that it has that element to the layout. I got some crafting foam, and of course it's purple, and I'm using that to pop this photo up and support it so that it's got some natural support as we work through the layout. Now this is my favorite die. It's a little die, and it makes an Instax or a Polaroid frame, and I really like it. It's so cute, and I keep losing it. Can I just say, I don't know how many times I've lost it and I've had to find it again. It's not funny. And even while I was making this page, no joke, I lost it again. And I was in the middle of cutting out frames. So it was very frustrating because I was using it and then I lost it. But I found it again and I was able to finish it out. And now I've put it away safely with all my film strips and movie dies. So hopefully I won't displace it anymore. So I'm using the film frames just to continue with that theme for the layout. I'm going to put them into the 2 cluster points. They will overlap the photo, and that's fine because it's not going to affect it in any way at all. It's actually just going to enhance it, and I'm then going to place that as embellishments down the sides. So at first I go with them like one outside to inside, and then I realize that's too close to the one at the bottom, so I reverse it, and I actually like it a lot better. I think it just sits that much nicer on the layout. There you go. So now I have 5 of those on the layout, so they're the odds, and you know I'm very into odds. Odds are important, keeps the eye calm. So I just placed those frames into place. They are not straight, which is great because I want them to be a bit haphazard. And then I cut out these little emoji circles, and they're all the happy faces, you know, with the symbols for laughter. And I do have another one which I need to go and find, and it is the tears rolling down one, which is not in with my cameras at the moment, so I'm not sure where I put it, and I do go off screen to find it, and I have to admit I do need to cut another one because I have no idea what happened to it. It's probably in the mess to the side somewhere. But anyway, I have gone and done that. I have and put that down. There it is down the bottom, that emoji with the tears pouring out of the face because we're all laughing so much. I've put in my cameras. I like the little tiny cameras that are just there as part of the embellishment clusters. I think that they add just that little bit extra to the layout. I do pop those up on foam tape. I want them to be a little bit higher and to be a bit of a feature on the frame. I like how they're just sitting there with the emoji face, making sure that they're connected, and it keeps those clusters actually being a connected cluster, not just pieces piled together. The last thing that I need to do is I need a title, of course, and I have these stickers over to the side which I had eyed and I thought perfect for this, and they have the words "love this," and it's so true. I do love this photo. This, as I said, was a photo taken for me because I asked my friend to do it, and I got everybody that was there while we were getting her ready to take this, put their cameras in for this look. And it's so cute. It's just a little bit of a novelty fun thing to do, and it was just a different way of capturing her on the day, and I really, really love this photo. So she doesn't get it, I'm having it, I'm putting it into my album, and I don't actually have many of the wedding album photos in my albums, so that's fine, I can have this one. All right, so that's pretty much my layout coming to an end. The only thing I need to do is add my Nouveau drops, and I'm going with the green because there's green in the photo and there's no green in the layout, so that's going to tie the photos in perfectly with the rest of the layout, and it just balances it with the color palette that's already there. So I'm very happy with this. This sketch came out brilliantly. I love it. It's sketch number 192 at Scrapper Sketch. Go and check out Lisa's Facebook group, which I'll have the links down below, so that you can join in and see the new sketches every single week. And look at it, look how it has come together. It is just very, very effective. Simple sketch, taken it and build it to my own. You can do it too. Don't be afraid of sketches. They are really, really helpful when it comes to scrapbooking. So I want to thank you for watching today. Hopefully I've earned a thumbs up from you. If I have, please do so. YouTube likes those thumbs up and the interactivity. Leave me a comment in the comments down below. Have you taken selfie moments that are a little bit different to the norm? Let me know. I really want to know. And do you like sketches? Do you use them, or are you afraid of them? I'm Kathy P from the Scrapper Sketch team. If you go on my page, you will get links to the Facebook, and don't forget at www.scrappersketch.com, for a small fee there are printables, there are stencils, and there are exclusive sketches. And if you use my code Kathy Loves to Scrap 10, you will get a discount. Thumbs up, don't forget the hype, and if you're new, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Here's my next video for you, and I'll see you there real soon.